What's good, family? What's good? Johnny Clyde back with another story. So I got I got to talking about. Oh, thanks to everybody who looked at my previous video. It did real well and it's doing real well. You gotta check it out. It's the title of the video is two types of women that get on my fucking nerves. Go check that out. But in continuation for that, and a little bit more on that vein, I started working in Syracuse, New York, upstate New York, snowiest fucking city in the country, upstate New York, and when I was still living in Utica, New York. Just Google these fucking places. You'll see they right in the middle of central New York. So I had a goddamn commute every day of about 50 miles each way. But it was all highway and I get there in 45 minutes. But when I was still living in Utica, I had a girlfriend that was, I would call her crazy. Fuck it. She was crazy. And tempestuous. I mean, she was fine as a motherfucker, though. Don't get it twisted. And I don't know if anybody out here ever had crazy girl sex. Crazy girl sex is everything they say it is. But the flip side of that is they will flip out on your ass. Now, my girlfriend never flipped out on me. Not this girlfriend never really freaked out on me, but she did freak out on somebody else in her history, causing her to have to do 5 years in prison. So that part, she was a goddamn ex-felon, and she was crazy. Beautiful, fine, tall ass woman. I mean, now Johnny Clyde, I'm a little vertically challenged. I ain't even gonna bullshit. I'm 5'5", right? So like I always say, I was a little motherfucker. I had to lift weights. And my crazy girlfriend was like 5'9", barefoot. Beautiful, like beautiful face, really nice hourglass. If her attitude had been straight, she would have been a straight up dime. But her fucking attitude and volatility brought her down to mid range. Anyway, that was my girlfriend while I was commuting to Syracuse. And goddamn it, I had to contend with all of these nice women I was meeting over in Syracuse on the front end. The black ones, of course, because like I said, I didn't fuck with them white girls. And one night, I happened to fucking look up. I'm up front, about to close out the store. I look up and I turn around. There's my crazy girlfriend standing in the doorway in the lobby of the supermarket. I'm like, what the fuck? What did you? I had a dream. I had you there and all of these bitches and I had to drive over here. I said, this broad drove all the way to fucking Syracuse just so she could sneak up on me. And needless to say, that relationship went downhill from there. Let me tell you something though, with the crazy ones. Don't feed into that shit, because that's what they want you to do. Because they will tear up your shit. And you get crazy enough when she'll tear your ass up too. Now, none of them, I dated a bunch of crazy ones, but this crazy woman did not attack me. She did not. But she did attack other people. And she had a reputation. And everybody in Utica was scared of her. All the women anyway. And in Utica, I couldn't even after we broke up, I couldn't get no pussy because of my association with her. So Syracuse came along, and I'm looking around at all of the scenery and everything, and I got this crazy girlfriend home, and she flipping, following me and shit. And I'm like, I let the crazy woman relationship run its course, and eventually it crashed and burned. Well, what happened was, with her was she actually started cheating on me, which put the ball in my court, and I said, no, we're going to have to go ahead and go our separate ways because, this ain't happening. And what I really meant was go be crazy with some fucking body else. Good, I'm glad you got you somebody. Go be crazy with him. Because I promise you, a lot of times you break up with somebody for some very good reasons. And the things that you broke up with them for, they're going to carry with them because wherever they go, they have to take themselves with them. That means their habits, their personality, their crazy shit. They're going to be crazy with whomever they with. It ain't just you, in other words. So, best you get rid of them when you see an opening. No matter how good the sex is, the fucking is, and how good everything is, still let it go. Because you can't fix that shit. You can't. I'm telling you right now, somebody that was crazy in 2002 is still crazy in 2024. And you can tell them Johnny Clyde says so. So anyway, I get to Syracuse. I start dating people right after me and my crazy girlfriend broke up. And I started dating people, women. And I promise you, I had a period of time where I was like a kid in a candy store. Now, I did my goddamn job. But if, how can I put it? Shit. I lived like I was 22 and single again. And I was. For about a month. After I broke up with Crazy Woman, I had my first Syracuse relationship. Yeah, still living in Utica. I had my first Syracuse relationship. That's how it went. I met this light-skinned broad. Light-skinned. I tell you. She rolled up on me in the store. She had a beautiful afro. I remember back then. God damn, beautiful afro. It was somewhere around Thanksgiving of 2000. And she would always start talking to me. And then one night, talking to me about all kinds of beautiful smile, all that. Kind of a, boxy shape, but she still was, she still was well put together, and yeah, she could get it. But I wasn't paying attention to her. There was many other women that I was kind of going back and forth with that had like more of an hourglass shape, the kind of shape I guess I gravitate to. But I'll take a plain woman if she got her shit together. Shit, they'll take my little short ass. So, but she was all, we were meant to be together. It's inevitable. I said, where the fuck she learned the word inevitable? What's she been reading? Turns out she had been following me from the slow store on the west side to the busy store on the east side. She had been knew who I was. I wasn't paying no attention. I saw you when you were at Western Light Store. I started to approach you. I'm like, anyway, she said, Bus, I wonder, are you single? I was like, yeah, I'm single. Because I hadn't made no commitment to anybody. I said, yeah, I'm single. She said, take my phone number, give me a call sometime. I gave her a call. We got to talking. Turns out she was 38 years old. She talked like she had some education. All this. Huh? We got together. I told her, let's go on a date. I went to pick her up. She looked absolutely gorgeous. I mean, she had her makeup on, her hair was picked out. She was fucking stunning. You know what I mean? Grown woman time. I'm like, God damn, this girl. Whew. So I took her to Utica. We went out to eat, saw a movie and shit. You know what I'm saying? Went back to my house because I was still in Utica. Spent the weekend there and came back to Syracuse. And yeah, she put it on me. Yes, she did. Yes, she had a nigga. Yeah, she had a nigga. Yeah. Anyway, I got back to Syracuse. And we started dating, and she was feeding me. And what she feed me? No, she was buying me shit. Turns out she can't cook. But anyway, she was buying me shit, and she was fucking the living daylights out of me. I ain't had time to fuck nobody else. She had Johnny Clyde sprung. So yeah, so I started dating her. So one night, after about 2 weeks in, I go to her house, and she upstairs. I done met the kids, which was too early. Really a red flag because her kids are, anyway. She upstairs, and she got a friend over, and she braiding the girl hair. And she talking like all thugged out. Now, how many braids you want in your hair, yo? I got it like this, yo. Blah, 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 blah. Talking like she straight up hood rat. I'm like, how did bitch code switch like that? That's who she really was. She was putting on a performance for me. And then when she got to know me a little bit and find out that, I'm a regular nigga, she dropped all that. Turns out she was a thug. A pretty light-skinned thug. Her brother sold dope. The other brother was in prison. I'm like, I thought back to what my uncle told me one time about light-skinned women. Told me stay the fuck away from them. First thing I did was go out and get a light-skinned woman, but these broads came to me. I did not go after that light-skinned woman. I didn't run from her neither, but I didn't go after her. But anyway, turns out she was thugged out, and God damn, what a mess that was. What a mess. Listen, the moral of this story is, you never know who the fuck you dating. You never know. You got to see them in a natural fucking environment. Give it some time, and don't make no commitment. I guess don't make any commitment until you're absolutely sure who you dealing with. Don't make any commitment until you're absolutely sure who you're dealing with. The silver lining in my cloud was I always had my own place to live. So couldn't none of them ever really put me out of their house or nothing like that. I wouldn't move in with them. I'd stay the night, I'd stay a week, but I would not move in with them. I did make an attempt, and I found out that that was a mistake, and I did leave myself something to fall back on with the Syracuse woman. Because, like I said, I was commuting 50 miles. I was 100 miles a day on my car. And my car, at the time, was an older model Cadillac. It was good on the highway. It was good for commutes like that. But anyway, my car was getting old. I'm beating it up and everything, going and driving to Syracuse, between Syracuse and Utica in the wintertime is really, really dangerous and slow sometimes when the snowstorm hit and you got to follow the plow, and it's a motherfucker, brother. It ain't for the faint-hearted, I tell you that much, driving in the snow in Syracuse. So I stayed at her house a lot in Syracuse. That's how I kind of moved in with her. Eventually, I rented my house out, and I stayed there. Now, I'll talk about that a little bit more at another time, but the moral of the story is she had a baby daddy she was still attached to. So she self-sabotaged the fucking relationship. Self-sabotaged it by being a fucking asshole and being crazy, but she did self-sabotage it. Syracuse girl. So, don't fall for them pretty ass people unless you know exactly who you're dealing with. Because all of them is something. They're at a stage in their life where there's always something going on. They're at a stage in their life when they're in their 30s, sometimes all the way up into their 40s, late 40s, women have something going on in their life that they barely have control of. Baby daddy, their job is fucked up, their weight is out of control, something. And you're going to have to deal with that going in. It's going to make them a little crazy. The girl in Syracuse problem, fuck it, I'll tell you her name. Her name was Denise. That's just it. We used to call her Niecy. And the crazy woman from Utica, she had a crazy name too. I mean, beautiful name, but Aisha. Yeah, that was their names. Thugged out ass Denise was definitely not my type. We fucked around off and on for the better part of 5 years. But she wasn't nobody for me to settle down with because I couldn't take that fucked up life she was trying to live. She wanted to be a ghetto queen, which is a story by itself. She wanted to be a ghetto queen. Fuck it, I'll tell her real quick. Her brother was a dope dealer. He needed to hide his money, so he opens up a little clothing store on the main drag in the hood. He had her run it because she's very pretty. There was a barber shop right next door to his shop. So it was niggas running in and out the barber shop. She was sitting in the front of the store in a little lawn chair, looking all cute and pretty and selling clothes out of his store, and also, helping him launder his money. But that's not here nor there. That was his thing. So she would sit there like a little ghetto queen and look pretty, and you roll up on her and it was motherfuck this and motherfucker that, and it was just, it was so cliche is what it was. But I still cared a lot about her. I still care a lot about her. I think she got married though, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, it was her over in Syracuse. It was crazy ass Aisha in Utica. And it was a whole bunch of goddamn mixed up shit in between. Stay away from them crazy ass ex-convict broads. Stay away from them. Or don't get them when they fresh come out the joint, when they just get out the prison. No, they got a lot of making up to do. That was my mistake with Aisha. As soon as she got out, I had been, kind of taking care of her while she was in, and when she got out, we lasted the period of time we lasted, but she was a piece of work. And it all stemmed from her being locked up all that time. So I know I'm a little back and forth on them, but the point is, know who you're dealing with before you make a commitment. Because if you don't know and you falling for something superficial, like good sex and yellow skin, or good sex and white skin, or maybe you like them real black, good sex and black skin. You notice I keep saying good sex. If you falling for some shit like that and not making logical decisions, then you could cost yourself a lot of money fucking with these bitches. You could cost yourself a lot of money. So with that, I'm going to close out. That's just 2 more cautionary tales. 2 more cautionary tales from Johnny Clyde. Y'all have a good one. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. And the stories continue. Peace.